We can get rid of 2 creatures. That's pretty tempting. I know it's just 1/1. Oh my god, how much life did we... Oh my god, did we get so much life? How? Yeah. Yes, he took it. He took the bait. Oh, feels so great. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we have Esper for all the Esper fans. And this Esper is really interesting version. We have so many little game plans. As you can see, we have a lot of one-offs, a lot of like different types of cards. So the full deck is actually very flexible. It can answer a lot of situations. And we will talk about interactions very shortly, because I know how you love the rambling. However, there's one big card that makes a big difference for this deck. And to be fair, I could even think about playing more than 2 copies, because this is such a crucial part of the full deck, and you will see it one of the games, or even more than one. Like, this card completely rocks. If our opponent cannot answer this card, he will lose the game, nearly always. It's like Shieldred in a way. And of course, we have Shieldred. And you will see, oh my god, like, you will see in some of the games how this card can completely turn around the full game. I was sure I'm gone. Was it enough to win the game? Watch the video. Alright, Serra Paragon. So for 4 mana, 2 colorless, 2 white, you get a 3/4 flying angel, of course. But once during each of your turns, so you cannot cast it during opponent turn. It makes difference because we have flesh creatures. You may play a land from your graveyard or cast a permanent spell with mana value 3 or less. And if you do, you gain it gains that when this is put into graveyard, you gain 2 life and exile it. So you cannot cycle it indefinitely. You can cycle it once and you get 2 life. Like, things happened during the games I still don't understand. When you watch the games, you will know exactly what the moment is, but it definitely gives you a lot of HP, more than one could think. And the fact that you can see the costs, nearly all of our deck is 3 or less. We basically only have 5 cards that cannot get Serra Paragon. The rest of the deck, the actual rest of the deck, including all the lands, like, those are things we can get back, which makes a difference because we have Liliana. Of course, you probably know what the card does, but it discards cards from each player, or opponent sacrifices a creature. With Serra Paragon, you can keep discarding lands every single turn. It's one way discard engine for free. That's insane. And the lands still get you life, which is even better. So that's pretty insane. You have a lot of small engines like in this deck that take usually like 2 cards and they make like maybe not infinite but insane value that will probably win you the game because your opponent cannot keep up with it. So I think we should go through them. Serra Paragon is big part of the deck, so you can even experiment with 3 or even maybe 4, because this card has to go when you play it. Like, all opponent needs to remove this or he cannot keep up. And let's start with the synergies. First of all, cut down, of course, 4 of them because it's good card. Evolve Sleeper, as always, you know what I think about this card. However, in this deck it is a bit better because it has to die, and when it dies we just recast it for 1 mana. And at some point our opponent might not have enough. So even if he removes the Serra Paragon, very often you can have like 5 mana and chain Paragon with 1 drop. It's much easier than chaining it with Wedding Announcement. You need 7 mana for this. So Evolve Sweeper actually in this deck makes some sense because it's perfect synergy with the Paragon. Very strong creature that has to go. It sucks up removal, so if they remove Sleeper, they cannot remove Paragon or the Shieldred later. So I think in this deck it actually makes sense and it's a good card and good addition. You can test it, but I was pretty happy. Even if it dies, it means that opponent needed removal spell. You don't like cut down, of course, because it means that it wouldn't hit Serra Paragon, but it can hit Raffine, you know? So Evolve Sleeper, maybe not the best card for value, but it definitely forces opponent to use removal on this one, so the rest of your creatures, which are also incredibly threatening, can make a difference. And that's what it counts. New card, Resolute Reinforcements. 2 mana, 1 colorless. It's a 1/1 creature with flash that creates another 1/1 creature with flash. You will say, why do we play a 2/2 with flash? Because it is 2 instances of a creature. It works perfectly with Wedding Announcement. It works perfectly with Raffine. This is the biggest combo. The fact that you can attack next turn, and one of them will be 3/3 and the second one 1/1, and you will connive 2 to fix your draw. All of this at the end step, when your opponent didn't even expect any creature. Very often you will attack into the empty board, and you basically get an insane board out of nowhere. It's also perfect when your opponent plays Liliana. He forces you to discard a card, and suddenly his Liliana is dead the next turn. Insane combo. Like, really, this is such a strong combo. And with Wedding Announcement, it's 2 mana, 4/4 flash. That's no joke, that's super important. Also, it works with Reality Chip, card that you probably never seen used. I've been trying to build with this card quite a lot, and in this deck it has a merit. It's one-off, it's not our big strategy, but this is definitely something very strong that can win you the game on its own. And you can see the cost, it's below 3. Paragon. You can recast it. This creature is something that also has to go. This is one of the big themes of the deck. Every creature we make has to go. Our opponent loses the game. Raffine has to go. Kaito, Liliana, Shordred, Serra Paragon, even Wandering Emperor, all of them need to go, and of course Reality Chip. So pretty important card if you go into the longer game, and when they remove it, you just recast it. They need to remove it, and for toughness it's hard to remove if opponent doesn't play black. I know, it's hard to imagine, but he might not play black and he might play mono red, and it's a wall. Worst case, it's 2 mana wall, so it's okay. We have Infernal Grasp, not a lot of them. That's one of the things. We use Wandering Emperor as a removal and Liliana, so you need to be smart about your removal. You want empty board most of the time, so Liliana is better. For those cards, you know them. We only have one Meathook Massacre. I know it hurts, but we are trying to compete for board, not sweep always. And we are generally doing a good job in this. For Liliana, no. Kaito, we only have one. You can think about 2, because it really pairs perfectly with Sleeper and Reinforcements, and even on its own it's pretty good. Even Reality Chip, you can attack for 0 and it's still attacking creatures, so you might still get to draw a card. But of course, Raffine is the big deal. This is one of the biggest cards for the deck, and that's why our deck looks like this, because everything is more or less built around Raffine, or at least with Raffine in mind. So, of course, Reinforcement's the best combo, but every token from Wedding Announcement becomes so much better. Sometimes, remember, you can choose, do you fight for the board and try to make your tokens bigger, or you just want to pump the Raffine. So sometimes you can attack into the board that you lose all the creatures, as long as you put enough counters on Raffine with flying that they cannot block and they cannot answer, and suddenly you might push this 5-7 last damage. Sometimes it's worth this gambit. So remember that this also is an option. And Shordred, this card is amazing. This is one of the reasons I decided to showcase this deck, because I wanted to make Shordred deck with Raffine, because they are insane if they go together. It's hard to do because we have only one Shordred. You can of course play 2, that's completely fine. Maybe get rid of Ertai in favor of Shordred if you crafted more Shordreds. Like, both cards are good, but Shordred definitely an insanely strong card. Man, like, I still don't see the power when I read the text, but I know the games and I remember the power. That's so weird. Generally, you think that gaining and losing life is not like real value, but with this card it definitely seems to be. So, insane card. You know it by now. You definitely played against it, and you know that you won't win the game as long as Shordred is in the board on the opponent's side. And with Raffine, you can basically connive for, I don't know, 4 or 5, something like this. and you are drawing extra 4 or 5 cards. Then you gain 10 life. Just in case you didn't have enough. So that's insane, and it's something that we really need. You need to remember that this deck is actually a bit more scary on the mana base than usually. We are playing all the pain lands. For Adarkar Wastes, for Caves of Koilos, I guess we don't play the Portal, but other than this, it's so many pain lands, and we also have one Infernal Grasp. Sleeper as well can lose your life. It's very rare, but it also happens. So all in all, like, you need to be careful. 1 HP might be the difference between playing your Negate or not playing your Negate. You might see it in the games because I messed some plays. So I've left the video, the game in the video, because I think everyone can learn a lot. I messed some games completely, to be honest, but definitely next time I will know exactly how to play those cards. Sarah Paragon is something you probably need to think before when you play it, because you can play the land, you can play a creature, you can play a pain land for correct mana for your Negate, whatever, and you need to know exactly in advance what you are going to cast with this one. So definitely interesting deck. One of the strongest Espers right now, and it definitely has huge flexibility. It has so many one-offs that you have different angles of play, and in the end you can just think how you want to approach the game. Do you want to overwhelm with cards with Kaito? Then you protect Kaito. Do you want to race with Rafin in air? You can do it as well. You might just go for the stats. You can start attacking with 2 creatures a turn, so you can start getting mana advantage. And don't forget, you can cast Resolute Reinforcement at the end step, then cast Wedding Announcement and attack with 2 tokens, and you might actually draw 3 cards out of Wedding Announcement. This is also a plan. If you think you are in the value game and you won't kill your opponent with tempo and small creatures, maybe that's the play. So a lot of like different game plans, and it's up to you which one you think is the best. And this is something I really like about the deck. Like, the skill definitely matters with this deck. You can play every game completely different according to your style. So if you are a heavy control mage, even though it's not like the grindy control, it's more of a mid-range, definitely try this one out. It's fun, it's interesting, and the games are usually intense, and your decisions matter. They so matter that it's like always game deciding what game plan you have chosen. So with that being said, thank you for listening. I appreciate it really. Thank you for all the support. I hope you will enjoy this deck, and I definitely did. So try it out. It's sweet, and enjoy the games. I would love to see some 2-drops here, but we still take it. Being on the play makes this hand way better. I might have mulliganed this one on the draw. I'm not sure, but definitely that would be a big option. Alright. Oh boy. We might cycle the Raffin Tower actually. So let's play like this. Let's make a stop to not make it too easy for our opponent. Okay, I will accept it. Alright. That's definitely a bit hurting, so our opponent had to drop, we didn't. That always puts you a little bit behind. Is this Raffin or the Wedding Announcement? To be honest, I generally like Wedding Announcement more, just because it starts ramping the pressure, so his answers are not as good as possible. It also is better against Opnixris if they play it. Like, it's not super played, but it's definitely an option. Oh, you love to see it. Oh, that was so perfect for us. Alright. I like what I'm seeing. So, we could play Sleeper into Raffin and attack and start cycling. We could also go for the Emperor and just clear the board, which is pretty amazing, honestly. If opponent did not play anything, they might have some kind of instant, like if they have so many cards and they didn't have anything to play, it's probably like removal and answers. But I will still go for it, I'm greedy. Like, making the board clear is such a big deal against this kind of deck. Sure, let's attack. So that was a greedy play. I'm not sure if that was correct, but the fact that they have nothing and then they need to start playing stuff is just such a big deal. Especially against Rafin, that we can, you know, ramp every single creature into like better creature. That's so good. We use one creature, right? Yeah, so we put one counter here. I should probably check if the payments are here. My bad. And let's just attack. We have cards to discard. Unfortunately, for some reason I knew I would draw a land. Is this Evolve Sleeper? I feel that Rafin will die. That's a bold choice on my part. I know it's a lot of value. I know you guys love this card, but I still think it's the right call. And let's play Rafin Tower. This way it makes it easier to not pain ourselves against like either Rakdos or Grixis. So far it seems like Rakdos. It is important. Oh, you love to see it, to be honest. Like, this is definitely not the power level he needed for this turn. Like, he probably... Okay, he didn't even attack. But the land draws are pretty devastating, that's true. That's the other side of the coin. I think we just attack with everything. We are the aggressor. What is the chance we will not draw anything? Okay, we actually need to... And maybe we just get rid of this one little creature. I think, yeah, like... Getting rid of all this stuff is so much better. Okay. Okay, I think that's the call. We keep Rafin, we Infernal Grasp this, and we start drawing with Kaito, and that should do it. I think that's the play. And if we want to have Infernal Grasp, we will remove the Trespasser anyway. Yeah, I love this play. Oh my god, that went so right, so wrong. So right. Man, can't speak again, as always, usual. Okay, we keep the board clear. We have a lot of aggression, and the cycling from Rafin really did help. Our opponent is tapped out, so it means that Kaito will keep drawing cards, because it will be phased out when he can answer it. I won't play land. Like, this can be a big deal. Especially if he wants to do something sneaky to Kaito. As long as we have this card and we have attackers, it's super hard for our opponent to do anything. Oh, the reality can be anything we want. Let's go for the token. How many lands? Wow. We are a real master of drawing a lot of lands. 3 cards. Oh, it has to be Takenuma as well. Maybe I'm clinging to Rafin too much, but I have a bad feeling, like he has cards, he needs to have something, right? So right now everything trades with the Tenacious Underdog, so we do not mind at all. And as you can see, he's on the defensive because he trades for the like HP already. First, we definitely want to draw. Ninja is also an interesting option. However, you know we need to do it. Reconfigure to Raffi. If he didn't kill it so far, there's high chance he cannot. We need to use Reality Chip. That's the play. Also, he cannot really use Tenacious Underdog because then he's at 6, he doesn't kill Kaito. Like, what does he do? Like, he basically draws a card for a lot of HP. Okay, that's a play. That's a play. However, we have really good answers. We probably still want Liliana. It's just a cheaper way to answer the Shardred. And I think he might even scoop after this. Talk about the devil. Yeah, so Rafin is a big hero. Okay, pretty decent start. You go first. Love to see it. We don't have early plays, so that's a little bit of problem, but we'll make up for it. Otawara is probably a land for the next turn. Yeah, Eiganjo is probably better. So this way we activate the Negate. We also don't show that we are Esper. I don't think Negate will be a huge factor, they probably play only creatures. However, we also have answers to the all creatures, so that's pretty sweet. I have good feelings about this game. Let's play Cave of Koilos. I guess Eiganjo would be 1 less damage, but maybe it will be a removal. I like removal. Let's start with the wedding announcement. Kaito is great, but it's better to just, you know, +1 it to 4 loyalty, instead of just draining it to 1 and having ninja. And wedding announcement is way more pressure over the time. Also the anthem matters. We can make sweet plays, so for example attack, then the opponent blocks, then we Meathook, like things like this, you know? What is this? I remember this card. When enters battlefield you may pay 2 mana and a number of times. When you pay this, put that many counters, then up to that many target lands become 3/3 wolves with haste. Okay, they don't untap. Interesting. Definitely interesting. Okay, I like this situation. It's either a Eiganjo bait, and it is. Like, I might whiff on lands a little bit, but 3 is something that we can work with. And we still get new token, and he falls behind. And if he didn't block, which I also hoped for, we would just play Kaito and draw cards to fix the situation completely. Like, next turn we are getting a 6/6 in the stats, so that's a big deal. You don't love seeing haste always, but you know, that happens. I do want my counter, I think. We could draw a card also, but I just want as much stats as we can get, basically. We don't get pain, so that's also sweet. And when we make ninja next turn, it will be a 2/2.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
Let's go for black because of the Meathook Massacre. Okay, triggers don't matter. There are like points in whose line is it anyway. Okay, so this is a bit scary. We can trade, however, any combat trick will make it a good advantage for our opponent. Wandering Emperor is the play. We need the next white mana to cast her. I would of course play Emperor main phase if I could, but I just don't have the correct mana. Jewel Thief into Pack Leader. So, you want the Meathook Massacre. I like the bait because we can make a smart play, you know, smart, and attack with one of them, pretend that we want to draw with Kaito, and then Meathook the rest. I kinda like it, to be honest. Let's see how it goes. The smart play would be to block with Jewel Thief, because it doesn't risk the oddity. Yeah. Yes, he took it. He took the bait. Oh, feels so great. Okay, so I still like my cards, okay? I will still draw. Okay, that's definitely not the biggest card. Let's play some lands and let's fix the board, because this one is a bit scary. I don't like scary boards. We might cycle the stroke actually. Okay, that definitely helps with everything. We equalized HP, we have Planewalker, we have Meathook and Anthem, and our opponent needs to start playing stuff. So it's haste, right? Is it 4? Yeah. They cannot kill Kaito, which is pretty sweet as well. And they know what is the problem. Can I draw my planes, please? I really deserve it. Man, what is worse, Negate or Stroke? Like, he has 4 drops in the deck, so I think Negate is worse. For now, at least for now. Alright. Like, we can even double block. Remember, those are 2/2 right now. Oh, it gets +1 until end of turn. That's a big deal. That's actually a big deal. I wonder how we play it. I wonder how he attacks. If he over-attacks Kaito, that might be good for us. Okay, I think I know how to play this one out. first, let's see if we can oh, no answers. You love to see it. And then we pay 1 life. And we have everything perfect. We block. So, this tramples for 1 damage. Perfect. And then we still have attacker. So, Kaito starts the Joker. Oh my god, this is the turn. I think we completely destroyed him this turn. And now we can start doing cards. So, Emperor, like you are in the deck for a reason, but we manage without you. You are not worthy of the deck anymore. It should be probably Cave, to be fair. But it's fine. When we can start doing cards, I like the stroke because it prevents the oddity, and at some point he will draw it. Okay, that was a good one. Alright, so we are going second. Oh my god, that's super slow hand. So we are on the Pain Lands with only 3 and 4 drops. Emperor might be the saving grace. I guess Liliana trades. This might be mulligan. I'm greedy, so I will take it, but I think the correct decision would be to mulligan this one. Alright. Let's start with the caves. We need a lot of white and a lot of black. We only need 1 blue for make disappear. Alright, okay, so our opponent whiffed on this 2-drop, and that's basically what we needed to get back into the game, because we were from the start at the back foot. But right now, we are back in it, baby. And I will gladly pay this 1 life to hopefully win the game. Alright, we are also... Do we go for Liliana? It's so tempting. Like, we can start pressuring the hand already, but the responsible choice, the one we always make. Wedding announcement, it scales better into the next turns, so we get this like power spike in 2-3 turns. And it also helps protect Liliana. Interesting, no place? Really interesting. We get new tokens, so we might as well attack. Maybe he will do some reaction. That's what I hope for. I see.
I'm not overconfident.
That's a samurai.
Keep watch for intruders.
So the correct decision is this, because it ramps the tokens, and we can still follow up with Tenacious Underdog. So this way, yeah, he got the Emperor, but he can only minus the token, which is bad choice, so he will make a samurai. And then we can play Liliana. I guess Liliana is worse. We also need to get some kind of land for our 4 drops. But we are definitely still ahead on the board, for a moment at least. The problem is Wedding Announcement will flip after our turn, and we would love to have the buff for this turn. Oh, the tap land. Oh, the tap land. It does hurt. However, we can get rid of the samurai, and that's probably enough. Maybe I shouldn't play land, showing that we don't have anything more. But I don't think that's a huge difference. Like, he doesn't play blue, right? So it's much easier to play around those kind of decks. That is actually pretty easy choice. He might have haste creatures, but so be it. If he has, that's fine. I think he holds 1 or 2 removal spells, or even another Emperor. Oh my god, that's so many.
Now you've done it. Hats coming off.
I guess it's not the worst still. We draw a card, we have 4/4 in the board, we have Liliana, and we might start using cards like Caves of Koilos just to, you know, get rid of stuff. Oh my god, like his draw is beast mode. Fable into double Emperor into Warden, that's really good.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Okay, so how do we do it? I want to discard some cards, definitely. Emperor is probably against Warden, but we can cast it in the next turn. Yeah, so I think first we plus. Like, it hurts our opponent more than us. Still, for now. And we also activate the -2 if we want. Oh, definitely. Oh, those are some bombs. Serra Paragon. We didn't play land this turn, right? So if we cast Serra Paragon, we could actually start playing lands. But that's not a big deal, right? Oh, I'm not sure what to do, because like he will block with the token in Warden, we lose one of the tokens, and Emperor is still there. So I don't think that's the best deal. I think it's just Shordred. Maybe I should play the Sanctum first. I'm not super thinking about this one. Like 4 mana is all it takes for now. So let's just, you know, keep up to Shordred. Hopefully he can fix the game, especially Warden. Like, the Warden draws a lot of cards. So he might get a little bit punished at least. 7-7, casually. However, if he attacks, it means that we get to Emperor it next turn. He will draw a card, I think. Like, it's a good choice. Especially he doesn't need to lose the shield counter, because he can remove the +1/+1 from the Emperor. So that's really cheap. And as you can see, Liliana hurts him. Even though we are at 13, he prefers to get rid of Liliana, because his cards are probably very valuable. Which is a problem on its own. Like, Warden is not the problem, but... well, I'm not sure if we can keep up with Titan of Industry, Warden, double Emperor, and all of this stuff. Oh boy. That's harsh. That's harsh. Okay, so enchantment and shield counter on Titan. Good decision, good decision. However, like, maybe Shordred can turn it around. We cannot attack with Shordred because of the shield counter, so it still does not trade. However, we can... oh, you know what? If we don't have Liliana, we might as well pain ourselves a little bit less and start emperoring the threats. Like, this is pretty important. This has trample but doesn't kill us. This is the play. Because it means that if he wants to get the free trade, he needs to get rid of the shield, and then Shordred can trade versus Titan. So he should block with 2 tokens or just take the damage on the Emperor. Right? Like, Shordred is definitely doing work. Let's see how they play. They really cling to the shield, which makes sense. The 3 cards are scary, like their value can be insanely high in those 3 cards. But we try to work around this. Work around the value. We have Emperor, like Sarah Paragon. We can get back the wedding announcement, but not in 1 turn. I mean, we have to take... but we have Emperor. And that's a big deal. It means that we can get rid of the Titan. So let's hope he doesn't follow up with another enormous threat, because then we clear the board and we actually come ahead. It's not the worst. From all the possibilities, I will actually take it. Just please, this is the last play, okay? Perfect. And with Shordred, like, we have so much HP. He will block the Shordred, so... we need to plus it. I know it hurts. I really know. It might still be the Emperor. It's oh my god, is it another Emperor? How many can you have? Oh boy. It is Emperor, I'm sure of it. Like, if he drew 2 in top 10 cards, he will draw 3 in top 17. Oh man, maybe I give too much credit for, but this does not seem like an accident. Exactly 4 mana. And he knows we will pressure. Because when Shordred dies, it's much harder for us. Especially this is exile effect. But maybe we should pressure them anyway. Okay, I will do it. Just because we get rid of the Titan. So it's not as bad. Do you have it? Admit, do you have another one? Oh man, this mana does seem so sus. Exactly. Maybe he just wanted to bluff it. That's also a possibility. Like, statistically, he shouldn't have another Emperor. Even if he plays 4, and nearly every deck does, it's still not like high chance to get 3 of them in top 17. Basically, statistically, you should draw 1 of them so far. Okay, that's a really good trade. Of course, we don't go for the Emperor yet, just to not show our opponent what exactly is he playing against. I know, it pains me as well, but we have to do it. While the Titan is tapped. He might have even like the blink with the circle. Okay, I'm not sure if it's in the format, I haven't seen it. Okay, I don't know, I don't play those decks, even though they are sweet. But he might have something like this, okay? Do we take 1 damage for another creature? Yeah, we definitely do. He might have some kind... Like, there are white sweepers, but does he play them? He shouldn't, this is not kind of deck. So I think we try to over... He had it! I knew it! He actually had the Emperor. Okay, okay. And he went for the Samurai. And now he will probably -2 the Shrouded, I would guess. Okay, okay, like we are working for our win. I'm not sure if we are winning. His top decks definitely might have more power than ours, unless we hit the correct cards. Oh, that's a good one. But he's at 11, just from Shrouded. So if he wants to -2, he should do it before drawing, most likely. I hope he doesn't mean -2, because Shrouded is just doing work this game. Man, we are on the brink of dying, and he didn't. He didn't. Like, we can ramp the Sleeper, right? If we care. We can also play Serra Paragon and play Land and Sleeper from the graveyard. So just for this reason I will play like this. I would normally not sacrifice it, I would probably sacrifice the Emperor. Here comes the train of Eiganjo. They will be... Oh, now we get Negate. A bit late, but still, it's something. Is this another Emperor? Like, guys, is it possible he... No, okay, 2 planes. I already got paranoid about the Emperors. So, finally, we get rid of the last one. And it actually makes a big difference. This is the last one he will get this game, basically. And now we go for... Is the mana right? Double white. Yeah, we need to pay for 1. Man, it's so sweet to play lands for free. Oh. You can only do it once, right? I know, I knew it. I just want to show our opponent that we have land advantage. Okay, to be fair, I should have cast Sleepers so much more. That was a big mistake. Hopefully we can do it again next turn. It's also the bad land, so we cannot cast Negate. Man, I didn't play this very well. I did not. Like, we should have played tapped mana, so the blue is up. So then we play Caves of Koilos, and we can counter this. We got so punished for this bad play, but we definitely deserve it. I didn't focus enough on Negate. Well, this is Titan, right? Oh no, it's exiled. Right. All of his good targets are exiled. Is it Emperor? It's Emperor again. Oh my god, stop with the Emperor. And oh my god, I got so punished for this wrong mana. So the play was either the Sleeper or the blue mana. So we needed to tap Cave of Koilos, leave Adarkar Wastes, and then play another Cave of Koilos, and this would make a Negate, and we would win this game most likely. Oh boy, I'm so happy he hits the face. Maybe. Maybe. Like, every permanent has good text on it, at least. For us. Liliana. His cards are really good right now. I kinda like having Liliana on the board. Also, when she dies, we get sweet stuff. So let's do it. He doesn't have cards, so it also pressures that he cannot leave any card in the hand, or we just discard it. And let's make some samurais, shall we? And every permanent we got back has this text, which is also pretty sweet. We have to attack. Emperor, be gone! I don't want to play against you anymore. Liliana will become much weaker after this turn because of the Architect. We cannot take 5. That's a small issue. Oh, that's a good one. Man, if I didn't mess up with the Negate, that would be so much better. So much better. And you know what? If we have to jump block this one, we might as well trade for it with additional 2/2. You can use any order, it will be the same. Oh boy, it's definitely scary, but I think we should get it. I think we should get it if we don't mess anymore. It has to be the wedding announcement, right? We can use the pain round once, but only once. Do I discard for the removal next turn? This might be important. And honestly, make disappear does not matter. Like, it doesn't matter. This is not the usual play, because you basically discarded your own card, but this one is not useful at all this game. Not with so much mana and top decking. Alright, so how do we do it? We use this one for sure. We have the token from the wedding announcement. Let's go for this. Like, Sarah Paragon right now can start trading with Architects. We have Negate open, we have Resolute Reinforcements open, and we have enough blockers to not die. Let's see the attack. If he attacks with everything, that's not bad for us, to be honest. Token. Token. If we go to blockers, that's completely fine, right? But I'm a bit... Man, Negate is too important. I shouldn't tap out. So we block this one and we block the other one. Then we take 1 damage and that's it. Do we die next turn then? There's a head change. Okay. I changed my mind. I think we might die next turn if we don't do it. So for this turn we are okay, but not for the future one. Okay. I think this is the best block. We need a lot of fodder. Alright. He baits the card. It might be a land. It actually might be a land. We do it like this. We play the Sleeper. We can get rid of 2 creatures. That's pretty tempting. I know it's just 1/1. Oh my god. How much life did we... Oh my god. Did we get so much life? How? If you do it gains. When this permanent is... I don't understand why we got so much life. I expected 2. Man, I suck at this game. What? Okay. Someone smarter than me in the comments will for sure know. Okay, back to the game. We can cast another Liliana. We will pay 1 life for it. And you know what? I will. I'm pretty sure this is a bait. He didn't play the card, so it's probably dead. And the beautiful part about this play is that if our opponent wants to attack with Architect to get the token, it means he needs to lose it for the Serra Paragon. We could also start attacking. Do we start attacking? Like, we're at 7, he cannot threaten us very easily. Yeah? Don't you dare the Emperor, don't you even dare. So I want to go for Lifar because we have Negate, so whatever happens we are fine. If he attacks we use Resolute Reinforcements. Oh my god, that's not negatable. Man, the top decks are really strong in this one. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, I will. At this point I will just counter whatever. Like, this is very close to ending the game. We can go to 5-6 first strike, so that's pretty strong. I think we do it like this. It's good enough. We don't have free mana, so we cannot pump this one. I hope he kills the reinforcements. I hope he does. If he's smart, he will kill all the only tokens. I think he does it like... Oh, he missed it. So now we can start casting reinforcements for free. That's so sweet. Alright. Alright. I think we are winning this game. I think we are winning. Let's just not mess it up. Let's start with the Rafine. Do we need to pain? Of course we do. That's a lot of damage. Oh man. That's a lot of damage. Can we do it during each of your turns? Okay. I definitely want to put the counter here so we can block the Warden. If we attack, he just blocks and loses the shield. That's not the biggest deal. Yeah, I think we take the damage. It is a lot, I know. But we have so many blockers and some of them have flying, so I think he cannot go through. We actually win this. Oh my god, I completely butchered this game. I will put the game still in the video because you can definitely see some interactions that I completely missed. So hopefully in your games you will play better than I did this one. But we still win, we salvaged it, but the negate that we missed on Invoke was extremely painful.